Guys, welcome back to the show. It's Drew for Dynamic Menace, and we are playing a new game today. It's a run and gun shooter in the style of like Metal Slug. It's called Nitro Express. Let's get into it. So before every mission, you kind of can go through the weapons locker and change your loadout. You're gonna want to change it depending on what baddies you're facing, right? Some weapons are more effective against some villains. Just go over the controls real quick. Use your right thumbstick to aim, right trigger to shoot, X to reload, Y to change your weapon, right bumper to use your secondary weapon, like right here. We got a grenade. Left trigger to crouch. If you're crouching and you press forwards or back, you do a combat roll and you get a little invincibility, which lets you dodge and avoid some enemy fire. If you're on a platform, you can tap left trigger to drop down. And I think that's almost everything. Let's get into it. It's time to dispense some justice. We got the call. Time to make some moves. The police are currently attempting to fight back, but it doesn't look very effective. That's right, you need the best. Not just the best, you need the best of the best. By that, we mean these two very small underage girls, right? Very McClane-esque. That's what I'm telling myself. They're like the next generation McClanes. Yeah, I have been playing more and more Steam games lately. I've been finding little gems in between the cushions on the couch at the Steam break room. This thing was on sale, I think, for like 11 or 10 bucks. I think it's only like 12 or 30 bucks to begin with. It's not super expensive. Steam's just awesome, right? There's always a Steam sale going on. And I mean, it's just such a godsend, especially considering that, I mean, the thing that's dominating the conversation in gaming in general is just how the cost is going up, you know? And just, I know a lot of people are having a hard time just in general putting gas in the car and, you know, putting food on the table. Like spending $80 for a game doesn't seem like a priority or like something that's doable a lot of times for a lot of people. Hold on, we got our big boss already. This guy's a Type 97 infantry fighting vehicle. It's got a composite armor of light alloy and ceramic, and its standard weapons are an M2 Browning and anti-UAV electromagnetic smoke discharger. That's not too many weapons, but its high speed and maneuverability make for a pretty big threat. Be careful not to let it run you over. If you can neutralize the unit controlling the vehicle, that'll stop it from moving, although briefly. You could try that. Okay. So, hit the nebbins on top and don't let it run you over. Got it. Should be easy peasy, right? I like that this is like cutting edge military grade technology, right? It has all kinds of weapons on board, right? And its go-to offensive tactic is still just to try and run you over. Whoa. All right. Oh, okay. Things is down for a little bit. It's reeling. Just pepper him with a couple grenades. There you go. Hey, take that. Yeah. Somebody should have told you. I'm the sheriff around these parts. Yeah. It's our angry black captain, everybody. Good job. That's more supportive than I want for my angry black captain, right? I want to be like more like, you two in my office now. I mean, right now. I've had it up to here with your tomfoolery and your malarkey. The mayor is all the way up my ass over your nonsense. If I hear one more peep out of either one of you, you're turning in your badges and your guns and you're off the case. All right, we got another call. The mayor's being held hostage on her yacht. We gotta go rescue her. Everybody ready? Yeah, the cost of the game is getting kind of ridiculous. Granted, devil's advocate, I know that some of these budgets for a lot of these games have gotten pretty ridiculous. I want to say that like the budget for games like Cyberpunk 2077 was like 200 million or something ridiculous. That could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I know it was ridiculous, whatever it was really high. And you factor in that we've been paying like $60-70 for what, about like 2 decades now. It seems about time that maybe games get to be about $70, I guess. Maybe. Like, it's always going to be a tough pill to swallow anytime there's a price increase on something you're used to paying a certain amount for. But that being said, there does seem to be a certain amount of greed mixed in with some of what's going on, right? Some of the statements that are going on from some of these CEOs and higher ups at some of these companies. I think Nintendo has the biggest target on its back right now, right? Little nickel and dimey stuff, like them charging for their console demo game or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, like Switch Tour or something stupid, right? It should be a pack-in game. It should be. Even though it's only $10, like Reggie would have made that free, right? This new guy, Doug Bowser, they said he was like, I think he got promoted from like a marketing guy. So like, yeah, he's probably all about milking the most out of all of us, you know? But yeah, Reggie definitely seemed like he was a little bit more on our side. Granted, he's on the investor side, but I'm sure he's about letting us see where the value is, you know, and making concessions where they need to be made. And I just don't feel like Nintendo is being very consumer friendly lately. With decisions like that. Nintendo's always done some weird stuff. You know, they're always dancing to their beat of their own drum, and sometimes that can be good. You can get some new innovative tech or software or hardware, but sometimes it's just like, Nintendo, what are you doing? What are you doing, guys? You know, like, okay, I think it had been established by this point that, you know, it's adding your friends through, you know, just looking up their gamer tag or their username was pretty easy, right? Why did they decide to make this more difficult, more clunky system of having to log in this friend code? That's not just like a simple number either, you know? It's like a 67 number code that you have to enter in, and it's just like, why just fucking let me enter in my friend's username. You have to pay for Nintendo Switch Online. Their online services have never been good. Hold on, we got a boss fight real quick. I don't know, I love Nintendo. It was like my first console. I definitely have like a nostalgic attachment to those guys, but I am a firm believer that Nintendo hates us. They are all about their bag, and they do not care. If you get in the way of that, they will take you the fuck down. Look how many times they've gone after like people who are streaming their games, or like holding tournaments with their games and like forcing them to shut down. Like, that doesn't seem like they're all about fun for everyone, you know? It's not a fun for all ages type of vibe you guys are giving off, you know? Being this litigious. All right, let's see. They went, yeah, scrapped. Get him. Get him. This is justice. Right? McLean out. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh no, and we're talking about greed from these gamer companies. Like, I think the most recent and most egregious example is I think the CEO of Gearbox, the company that makes Borderlands. He had an interaction on Twitter, I think, where there was a fan of his game was requesting, just like, please don't make your guys' next game $80. And he was like, it's not up to me. He was like, and besides that, the real fans are gonna find a way to make it happen, which is very much a middle finger to like people who enjoy your games. Like, this is very anti-consumer, you know? I don't care how you feel about it, pony up. God damn it. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on. All right. I gotta pay attention to too many things at once. The mental stack is real in this game. All right. I'm still trying to run my stupid mouth. Come on, Drew. Get it together. You can do this. I don't know. It really just speaks to how out of touch some of these game developers are. We've seen it numerous times. That's just another example in a long line of examples. Remember when the Xbox One came out, and like whoever the CEO or the head honcho was at the time was like, yeah, they showed it off. Thing had to be connected to the internet at all times. They had to packed in the Kinect, which was driving up the cost. And Jeff Keighley, afterwards, there was like backlash to it. And afterwards, Jeff Keighley was like, well, what do you have to say to people who may not have access to the internet at all times? Like, what are they supposed to do? And the guy was like, well, we have a product for people who can't get any type of connectivity, and that's called the Xbox 360. And Jeff Keighley was like, really? Like, that's your message for the consumer? If you can't get internet, then this isn't for you? And the guy was like, yeah, if you can't get any connectivity, then fucking play 360. What about it? It was just very tone deaf. And I don't want to pick on Xbox, like, because PlayStation has done some goofy stuff. And Nintendo, we've been talking about Nintendo doing some goofy stuff. I don't wear a jersey for any of these companies. Like, when they do something good, I'll celebrate it. When they do something bad, I'm definitely going to shine a light on it and criticize it. I think we all should. I have so many friends that are just like loyal to very particular companies. Like, they're your friends, and they don't care about you. They just want what's in your pocket, you know? So you need to call out bullshit when there's bullshit and celebrate when they're doing something positive or good or great. Dude, all right, so perfect example. Dude, I love Capcom. I love Capcom. I love Street Fighter. I love Mega Man. Damn it. Hold on, I gotta heal up. What else? There's a ton of Capcom IPs that I adore, you know, but they definitely had their era where they were fucking up a lot. You know, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, even with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There's a lot of examples of them screwing up, and I was definitely like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then I think the big one was Street Fighter 5. Shit. Ugh. The big one was Street Fighter 5. You have a lot of people who are coming from Street Fighter 4 and love that game, and here comes Street Fighter 5, right? And this is at a time following where Mortal Kombat had come out, and it had delivered amazing single player experiences, right? And here comes Capcom with Street Fighter 5, and they put out this game that barely has any single player content, and like it's clearly more geared towards like more hardcore players. It had like online matches, like ranked and casual matches, and then it had like training mode, and I think that was the only thing it really had going for it. I don't even think it had like an arcade mode. Let me see. It didn't have a story mode. Story mode came later, but like it was just very bare bones, and a lot of people criticized them for it. Hold on, I gotta heal up. I'm almost dead. I didn't realize it. Come on, let's go. And I feel like moving forward, we should definitely hold companies' feet to the fire when they're screwing up. And because of that, we got Street Fighter 6, which is clearly an apology letter to all the people who felt burned about Street Fighter 5. Now there's an incredible single player experience with World Tour, and your avatar you can create. You can create your custom avatar in your own likeness or whatever monstrosity you feel like. There's lots of costumes, and there's lots of stuff for people who just aren't all about playing against other people online and getting to the top of the leaderboards, you know? We gotta hold these companies accountable when they fuck up, you know? Like, releasing a game unfinished should be inexcusable. Inexcusable. I think everybody remembers when Cyberpunk 2077 came out. Just the insanity of them putting out this game that barely worked at all. It was so bad. It was unprecedented. They issued refunds and they took it down off the PlayStation Store. I never heard of that before. It was that broken, you know, and a lot of people had been looking out for this thing for years. They were enthusiastically anticipating this thing. Ah, goddamn it. Oh, I'm still good on health. I'm good on health. Okay. All right, I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. And that game came out and it was a disaster. It was a disaster. Assassin's Creed Unity. That game came out and it was almost unplayable. And they were still trying to sell DLC for that thing. So, I don't know. I don't want to spend $80 for Mario Kart. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I'm getting a Switch. I didn't think the cost of the Switch 2 was the problem. Like, I expected it to be about $400. That doesn't sound too insane. It's more the price of the games. And I know this has been a discussion we've been having for a little while now. But I don't want this to be the precedent. Honestly, everybody's mad at Nintendo for raising the price, which they definitely did draw first blood. But I think the inciting incident is actually when the PS5 came out and there was a chip shortage and the supply and demand were out of whack. All the scalpers snatched up all the scalpers snatched up all the PS5s, and people were still buying them at like double and triple the price. So you have these developers, god damn it. You have these developers who they saw that and they're like, well, there's these other people are selling our product at like double and triple the price. Why don't we just, and people are buying them, why don't we just sell our product at double and triple the price? You know, that's money we could be making. Shit, I'm almost dead. Come on. No. Okay, we gotta heal up. Come on. So yeah, I really think it was the scalpers in the PS5 showing these developers that, yeah, people will pay ridiculous prices for these games and consoles and things like that. All right, whoa. Okay. Got him. Suck a dick, Charlotte. YouTube. A convoy of the Ground Self-Defense Force's new MBTs being transported from the Najima testing grounds has been attacked by a group of armed companions. It's veering into Sam Jackson, right? Which isn't a bad thing, right? I think it's kind of alarming that I don't think he's played like the angry black police captain yet, right? He's been other guys. That's the closest he's been, right? I'm tired of these motherfucking robots in this motherfucking city. We got you, Chief. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think for the time being, we're gonna be playing more Steam games. Little gems like this. Like I said, this thing was only like 10 or 11 bucks. There's a lot of little hidden gems you can find for cheap. They have sales all the time. That's one thing you won't see Nintendo doing. They rarely discount their games. I think Breath of the Wild is still full price, right? And the whole sequel has been out since then. Not even just the sequel. Tears of the Kingdom has come out, and then Echoes of Wisdom. It's had like Zelda has had two installments since that game has come out, and they have not dropped the price on Breath of the Wild. I don't believe so at the time of this recording. You know, it's insane. So, yeah, Steam's the way we're going. Plus, like, just indie games, period. Like, I like supporting small developers, right? A lot of games we played are put together by like really small teams, and I want to support that, you know, especially when it seems like they put out a good quality product. I'm having a hard time with the controls, but it's definitely my fault. like I said, I was a fighting game player, and I know that a lot of times games can feel weird until you have the controls click for you. You know, I want to cite Street Fighter 5 and 6 again. I know one of the things I remember hearing when Street Fighter 6 was getting ready to come out, when people were playing like pre-release versions of the game, they said the game felt heavy, you know, in comparison to Street Fighter 5, the game they'd spent the last several years playing. But once they started playing with the developers and seeing how the developers were using new mechanics, the game speeds up. We start using drive rush and like some of the other tricks to move around the screen. The game feels better. So I realized that I've only been playing this for a few hours. Once I kind of don't have to think about what I'm doing with certain systems, I can just kind of move around without thinking about it. The game will probably feel a lot smoother. It won't feel as clunky. And I'm just waiting for that. I want to give this game the benefit of the doubt. I like it so far. I really love the art style. I love the feeling of all the blam blams. I like the combat. If I was going to criticize anything, I just feel like, one, certain things don't feel super responsive. Like if I'm on a platform like this, it doesn't feel really smooth when I want to drop down from here. It doesn't feel super responsive, and the combat roll doesn't feel super effective, if that makes sense. Like I feel like it should have like more invincibility or more range on how far it rolls, because I'm still getting hit with stuff. All right, oh, I think we got the big boss. I'm not taking that call. I just want to take this fight. Let's do it. All right, whoa, okay. Let me guess, hit the nipple on top. Oh shit, ooh. All right, we're doing good on health. All right, we can do this. Are we just backpedaling this whole time? All right, whoa. Ooh. All right. Yeah, it is a little tricky. The mental stack is real in this game. You have to keep an eye on how much ammo you have when you need to reload. Fuck. You need to keep an eye on your health. You need to switch back and forth with your right thumb between switching weapons and reloading and wait, fuck. Ooh. And it's a little tricky, just little tricky. All right, fuck. Ooh. And there's a lot of shit to watch out for on screen. Okay. Oh boy, okay. There's a lot to pay attention to. But I like it. I'm having fun. Everybody's having fun. We're all having fun. God damn it. Is my hologram robot buddy doing anything? Are they assisting me in any way? All right, fuck. Come on. Let's go. That's right. This is justice. No, I just grenaded myself. Okay. Yeah. No. Fuck, I can't hit any of these critical shots. Ugh, I'm doing so bad. Boy. Okay. Come on. This is tedious. This one's a slog. This one is kind of a slog. All right, I get it. We're getting further and further into the game. These are gonna get tougher. Okay. Fuck. Oh, Drew. You can do this, pal. You can do this. All right, this should do it. Sayonara, sucker! Yeah! All right, guys. Ooh. I'm having a good time with this. I'm having fun. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's like 10 or 11 bucks. The controls take a little bit to get used to, but once they start clicking, I feel like it's fun. I think I don't know. It's hard. I'm not a hardcore run and gun platformer, you know. So my opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. But that's gonna do it for me today. Have you played it? Let me know if you like it or if you think it sucks. But I'll see you next time. Leave me a like, it really helps our little channel. Subscribe, you'll be around next time we play one of these bad boys. Next time we find like one of these little hidden gems in the couch cushions, right, at the Steam break room, you'll be here to enjoy it with me. If there's something else on Steam that you found and you're like, not enough people are talking about this game, let me know, right? Drop it in the comments. We'll check it out. And as for me, I'm gonna take off. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.